Hey, this is week 6. We're going to be talking about images quite a bit this week. Just wanted to share a talk that I read recently from Elder Uchtdorf. It was from October General Conference. I just really like this. And my favorite quote from this talk is, "If you hesitate in this adventure because you doubt your ability, remember that discipleship is not about doing things perfectly. It's about doing things intentionally. It is your choices that show what you truly are, far more than your abilities." I just like that concept, and hopefully, as you go through the rest of this course, that you are pushing forward and doing your best. I have this picture that I took with my phone a couple of months ago. It was sunset over this strip mall, and so I'm going to actually drop it into the announcement. But for the web page, we're talking about different ways to optimize images, and one of those is just to make them smaller. And so there are other tools out on the internet, but I just want to show you this one quick way with Photoshop. So you can change the image to a layer, which I've done previously. And then if you rename that layer, and you can see it here, I've given it 20% small, and then a comma, and then 50% medium, .png, and then comma. So I'm putting the size and the name of the file there, and then you can also specify pixels. And here's 1,000 by 300, uh, and I'm just calling this 1,000 wide, and I'm .jpeg, so it's actually a different format. And if we look at the image and the image size, you can see that it is almost 4,000 pixels wide and 3,000 pixels high. And so if we change this to 1,000, you can see that it should be 255. So it actually does a little bit of tweaking, and I'll show you here. So what happens? So you put in this name here, and then you go under File, and then Generate, and then Image Assets. Just as long as you have that checked, every time you make a change, it regenerates those images. And so here is what it looks like in the file. So I've got the large, the medium, and the small. And then I also have, if you right click on here, you can click on more and drop down, and you can find the dimensions. There's lots of other things. I mean, lots and lots and lots of other things that you can add to your, and this is obviously in Windows. If I had a Mac, I would show that, but I don't have a Mac. So you can see it did, if I pull this up in not Photoshop, but just the regular Windows image viewer, it's cropped off the images. It's cropped off the image just a little bit, maybe stretched it. This over here on the right side, it's got some of that off. But anyway, it's really cool that it does that. If so, for instance, if I wanted to, so I am going to just paint across that. And if we look at the images, this is even before I've saved it, it is already started to push those changes out just as soon as you've made those. And now this is only on one layer. If I was going to add another layer, let's say if I was going to, I'm going to take this off, but if I was going to add another layer, like a text layer on Photoshop here, and just put like week 6, because this is on a different layer, it will not be pushed out to those image assets unless I rename this layer. So that is a quick tutorial about what to do with Photoshop.